Right, we're back in the Premier League. Forget the Champions League. We're up against Bournemouth. It's a massive game. Gaz, we're going to talk about the Champions League a little bit. Do you think this will affect morale? Do you think that result will affect what happens for this game?
Yes, I do think it will, but you know, let's just hope that it won't, because I think that it'll affect certain players as well based on the way that the game went. I mean, Juan Mata being brought off as a sub. I saw some rumours today suggesting that he's very unhappy about that, and I think he would be, to be honest. I don't think he deserved to be took off. I thought he was having an okay game, set up Martial's goal, and especially to be brought off for Nick Powell, a player who 6 months ago was contemplating retiring. You know, I don't know. I find that insane, and I think it'll affect certain players definitely. I feel like Herrera is already a player who's had his morale sapped a little bit based on certain games that he's been left out. I know that he is injured at the minute, but that's happened in the past. And I just hope that it doesn't happen to any other players, to be honest.
No, I'm with you. Howson, do you think there could be a positive reaction to this result? The fact that the players could take that disappointment and say, not again, and we'll find a big victory?
Do you know what? I don't think we're that far away from the finished product. I think the injuries really did us in. We mismanaged the squad a little bit in the summer, and that left us a bit thin. And then the injuries we've had, massive injuries, have really crippled us. And we went into that game yesterday on a paper-thin squad, and we absolutely went for it. We were just unlucky. You know, we was unlucky the way that we went down to 10 men, essentially, when Smalling got injured as well.
I'm going to interrupt you. I hope you don't mind. When you say the finished product, what are you talking about?
I think I can see where Van Gaal is going with his, I hate the word, but the philosophy, the way he's trying to set the team up. I think we saw it at Everton. I think we can see shades of it coming in every now and then. It's just it's not consistent or clinical enough yet, but we're nearly there.
When you say nearly there, though, at what level? Are you saying a team that can win the Champions League? Are you saying a team that can become an Arsenal and just keep getting top four? What do you mean?
No, because I would never aim for top four as a goal for a finished team. No, I'm talking about a team that can win the league and can compete at the highest level in the Champions League. And I'm not saying that we're nearly there with what we've got. There's obviously personnel need adding to it, and the squad has to evolve a little bit again. But there's a massive knee-jerk reaction to what happened last night in social media, and I think it's unwarranted because, like you said, is there going to be a reaction? Yeah, I think. Well, no, not actually. I'm going to contradict myself here. I don't think there's going to be a massive reaction because I thought the performance was fine last night. I think we'll just continue to play the way we've been playing, which is not as bad as people are making out.
I'm glad you said it.
Dave, weigh in.
I think that obviously going out of the Champions League is a massive loss for the Manchester United side, but I think we really need to reevaluate where we're going with this squad. Obviously, it's a very young, talented squad. Average age yesterday was 24 and a half. So it's one of those things where we've got to look to build these young players up. And one of the things that happened last night is they lost. They lost badly. It was a big, big defeat for them. You know, you look at Bastian Schweinsteiger through his career. He took some massive defeats. You know, Bayern Munich lost to the Inter Milan in the Champions League final, then lost to Chelsea in the Champions League final. And if you listen to him talking about his career, these were turning points. He did not want to feel that defeat again. And that's what needs to happen to these Manchester United young players at the moment. You know, the likes of Varela, the likes of Martial, the likes of Memphis. They want to never have that feeling again of losing and getting knocked out of a massive competition like the Champions League. They need to build themselves up. I don't think it will affect this weekend's game against Bournemouth, you know, preparation again. The injuries might. It's a bit worrying again that we've got so many injuries. It's sort of correlating with last season where we had the most injuries in the Premier League. You know, we've already got 9 players out right now, so many defenders. Got to question the training method there. But for me, it should be okay at the weekend. We should turn over a good result.
Okay.
Dave's a robot.
I was going to say, that's literally what I was going to say. Dave has turned into a robot. All right, so Dave's feeling confident. Next question, Gaz. Do you think we need to rest Anthony Martial because a lot of people are saying he looks tired?
No, I think that the games are too big. I say the same about Bastian Schweinsteiger as well in terms of taking him off. I understand that he's old and I understand that he's tired.
Not that old, is he?
Yeah, I know, but exactly. And we want to, you know, I understand that we want to keep him fresh for every game, but it's getting ridiculous now that we're bringing him off as a sub towards the 70th minute in every single game because he's our best. He's one of our best players. With him on the pitch, we're a miles better team. And as soon as he leaves, we seem to lose control of every single game that he's come off on. So for me, I think it's ludicrous. I think that Martial is one of them players that can do things that will actually take a risk. Martial has to play for me no matter what.
Okay, Howson, do you agree?
Yeah, it's not like there's many alternatives either, is there? Let's face it. We're going to play Calvin Gribbin.
Rashford.
Yeah, Rashford's a shout. Well, these are all shouts, but then everyone moans that we're not getting the results, but we are trying youth.
Why can't we play Falcao?
Because he doesn't play for us, guys.
We can play him in a couple of weeks. Dave, what do you think? Do you think he needs a rest? Is he playing too many games?
No, he played 46 games last season in all competitions. That's young. He needs to play as much football as possible. Being tired in football for me is a misdemeanor. These, go back to the 80s or the 70s. Players used to play all the time. He just needs to keep playing. He needs to get his confidence back. He scored his first goal in 8 games for Manchester United. So hopefully he can get that run going. That finish for the goal was absolutely brilliant. It was so unreal. Opened his body up, slid it past the keeper. So he just needs to keep on playing, keep on plugging in, get a bit of confidence back and start scoring goals again.
Hasn't every goal he scored been a mirror image of that finish, though? The way he's opened his hips up and put it in the opposite corner.
It really has.
Why did he do that against West Ham when he passed to Fellaini?
Shut up, Sam.
Goal was right there, and he just... We're all thinking it. Okay, right. Let's talk about this game then. Howson, who are you playing?
Playing Bournemouth, our kid.
Bournemouth.
It's difficult sometimes. Life can be difficult. What team are you playing if you're the manager?
Who's fit? I say the first 11 that get into the changing room are playing, and De Gea's in net. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know who's fit. I don't know who's likely to come back into fitness.
Us three might get a game at this point, to be honest.
I was pretty happy with the selection against Wolfsburg, apart from Fellaini. I wanted Carrick in the middle next to Schweinsteiger. If we can go with as much of that as possible, if anyone else is fit, if Smalling's out and we can bring another more experienced defender in rather than one of the kids, then I'm happy. I have no idea how we're going to go. I just want to see us go with pace as much as possible. I was pretty happy with the forward four last night, so if they can play, then I'll be happy. Okay.
So, Dave.
Right, so if we're going to go through who's missing first before we go into the teams, we've got
Ain't got that long, mate.
Probably suspended. Go through quickly. Darmian, Smalling, Schneidlin, Rojo, Rooney, Herrera, Jones, Valencia, and Luke Shaw. Taking that, my team, so I'm going to go David and again. I thought he was fantastic against Wolfsburg. Really kept us in the game at moments. Obviously, we lost the game, but he made 3 brilliant saves. Varela, going to continue him at right back. Thought he was our best player on the pitch. Attempted 10 tackles against Wolfsburg, won 5 of them. More than any other United player. Brilliant performance. Then our 2 centre-backs, just through lack of choice, it's going to be Paddy McNair and Daley Blind. And then Borthwick Jackson at left back. I thought he had a pretty good game with ball at his feet. Completed 92% of his passes against Wolfsburg. Pretty decent start for him. And again, just because of lack of options and quality, it's going to be Michael Carrick and Marouane Fellaini in central midfield, or sitting at defensive midfield. I worry about Marouane Fellaini in this position. He was exposed against Wolfsburg. You watch the counter-attacking goal for Wolfsburg again. Look at Fellaini's position. He's near the halfway line. Bastian Schweinsteiger gets pulled one way, pulled the other, and they slightly move ball through. He needs to be far more disciplined against Bournemouth. If Bournemouth are looking to get create opportunities in the number 10 slot, Fellaini needs to just hold his position and stop sort of gallivanting forward and trying to score goals. I don't know what Lou Van Gaal's telling him to do, but at the moment it's not working. To the wingers, I'm going to go with Juan Mata on the right, Ashley Young on the left. Juan Mata obviously had his best half, I think, for Manchester United at number 10, but I want to see him out wide again. Then Ashley Young, I just think he's adds width on the left-hand side. Then up front, I'm going to say it again, it's got to be Memphis and Martial. We've seen Memphis Depay this season go through form being very good, form being very poor. I feel that up front is where he's got to play. You look at when he played for PSV Eindhoven, he sort of played as a second striker from the left-hand side with De Jong, who scored a crucial goal for PSV. But I feel he's got to be there. He's got to be getting in behind. He's got to be shooting at goal. But anyway, that's my team.
Thanks, Dave. If you're still with us after listening to Pixel, Dave, thank you. That was very interesting. So, Gaz, what do you make of all that?
Yeah, I really like the idea of Memphis up front. I think Memphis has got to play up top in this game. We did it against Watford, who are a team of, I want to say similar qualities to Bournemouth, but Bournemouth maybe slightly better than them. And yeah, definitely, I'd like to see Memphis up top. Marshall can't lose his place. If we are going to go with one striker, I'd actually rather see Marshall on the left and Memphis up top rather than the other way around. I'm not sure how he's going to develop Memphis yet, but I just have a feeling that at this moment in time, he's far better as a striker, and out wide, he just gives the ball away far too much. He's better when he doesn't have to think. He's sort of like an attacking version of Phil Jones. As soon as Phil Jones has a minute to think about what he's doing, he'll mess it all up. But if he just does it instinctively, he'll be class. And same with Memphis. Okay, fair enough. So, guys, let's talk about Bournemouth. Dave,
What are the concerns? What are the worries? How do we beat them? How will they try and beat us?
Well, so obviously they lost the best player this season already. Callum Wilson got out injured with a massive blow to Bournemouth. Whenever I've watched Bournemouth, they've looked like they've got the ball, but they haven't got much in the final third. They lack a bit of, that Premier League chance creation, creating big chances. But players you've got to look out for. Andrew Sermon runs the show from defence and midfield. Only Cazorla and Fabregas have completed more passes in the Premier League than Andrew Sermon. And then Matt Ritchie, obviously a very attacking young English talent, obviously plays for Scotland, though obviously his allegiance has switched. You've got to shut him down from range. He's got a cracking left foot, cracking right foot, so got to get close to him. If you want to check something out from him, his goal against Sunderland in the Premier League earlier this season is a contender for goal of the season, but those are the two men that you've probably got to watch out for.
Okay, thank you. Howson?
I don't think they're a team that's going to stick around too much in the Premier League, if I'm honest. I don't think they've got the ability in them to put a string of wins together to be able to stay up. They're probably going to sit back and do what everybody's managed to do to us this year. Stifle us, stop us passing it through the middle, and get a 0-0 win against us.
Okay. Gaz, anything you want to add?
I disagree. I don't think they're going to sit back at all. I think they'll smell blood and go for a big historic victory at their ground. How much would that mean to their fans? I don't think they're going to put 10 men behind the ball. And I think that their fans will encourage them to go forward a little bit. And hopefully, maybe this is a good time to play them, considering we've just been knocked out of the Champions League. Maybe they're going to come at us and, hopefully we can hit them on the counter. I can't believe I'm saying that when we're playing Bournemouth. Oh, God.
Okay, come on then. Prediction time. Dave, score.
I'm going to go 3-1 Man United. I think that Bournemouth might take the lead, but the pace of Martial, Memphis, hopefully playing up front, will score some goals.
Okay, Gaz.
1-0 United.
Howson.
I'm torn between 0-0 and 4-3.
Well,
It won't be both.
4-3.
Yeah, I'm going to put both. Let's have both. I'll have 0-0 and 4-3.
Okay. I'll go for 2-1 to the Manchester Uniteds. And that's ambitious against Bournemouth. Oh, life. Thank you very much, guys. Everybody else, let us know what you think about things we've been talking about. Martial, about the formation, about the team, about Louis van Gaal, about the Champions League, about Howson, about Gaz, about Squawker Dave, and the fact that he's turned into a robot, and anything else you'd like to share, get it in the comments below, and we will see you next week. Enjoy the game.